50 rich Bitcoiners give their 2025 Bitcoin price predictions. This should be fun. The numbers range from ludicrous to why so bearish. Let's get into it. What kind of wild hopium numbers do we have to look at for a 2025 Bitcoin price prediction, man? Well, okay, let's start with these guys. Nuts Van Home, Call BTC, Kaye BTC, Excelion, Crypto Haze, Bitcoin Pierre. These cats are all calling for a $1 million Bitcoin. Okay, that'd be an unprecedented rally, even with Bitcoin ETF products. I mean, this is some high grade hopium right here. I want you guys are smoking. That sounds good. That sounds real good. Now, I am on the $1 million Bitcoin train, by the way. I fully believe Bitcoin goes to $1 million per coin, but not in 2025. Sorry to burst your bubble. I mean, hey, I'm here for that. I'm happy to be wrong, right? Great. Let's go to $1 million, dudes. Let's rock it. But I don't think that happens. I think that's way over bullish. 2032? Yeah, that's 2 cycles from now, maybe. Yeah, $1 million Bitcoin, sure. Sometime in the 2030s, more broadly, sure, but not next year, man. No way. No way. That's crazy talk, guys. Now we go pretty far down. We start dropping big time. What's his name? Adam. Not Beck is Beck. Anyway, one of the Bitcoin developer dudes, 700K. David Bailey, Bitcoin Magazine, 650. Chamath, anywhere from $500,000 to a little over $1 million. Chamath actually has the biggest top range price for Bitcoin in 2025. All right, that's pretty crazy. Great, Chamath. It'd be fantastic if that happens. What else do we have? Tyler Durden, 420. Bitcoin Mindset, 420. I mean, I see what you guys are doing there, being funny. Novogratz, $400,000. We're starting to get down into the range of reality now, in my opinion. $400,000 from Novogratz, I think still in the unlikely range, and I'll give my opinion on why I think that's the case here in a minute. Woonomic, Willy Woo, 337,000. Cool, I dig it. Going Parabolic, 336. Glass Node, 328. Jan Van Eck, the Van Eck dude, 325. All right. So, these $300,000 price range ones, I'm not, that's not too crazy for me. I could see a Pico peak like 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes of the price trading there before, of course, retracing 50% like a week kind of stuff. But, not totally out of the realms of possibility. Let's say we're still in sanity land, not like the $1 million next year price predictions. Got a few 300K predictions. Robert Kiyosaki in the $300,000 per Bitcoin camp. And this is where you start getting just a little bit over my own possible prediction here, which we'll get to as we get to that momentarily. Crypto Quant Guy, 265,000. Tim Draper, 250,000. Now, 250,000, that's a number that I've long thought would be one of those numbers that we'll either just touch or will be just out of reach. And everybody will think, okay, it's going to 250K. And then no. But still, again, realms of reality here. Maybe I'm just not being bullish enough on Bitcoin. It is going to go to 300K or 250K. And again, I could see 250K, but very, very briefly, right? It's not going to get up there and stay there for weeks on end or anything like that. In my opinion, maybe I'll be proven wrong. Markets surely do love proving me wrong all the time. Jesse Powell of Kraken, 241,000, aka 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Lambo. I like that prediction. Max Kaiser. This is probably right along the lines of what I'm thinking here. So $220,000. We'll dive into why that's a very interesting price level here in a second, but I've been saying for a while, $215,000 becomes a very interesting price level. So depends on what exchange you're measuring the Fibonacci extensions and stuff like that on. But hey, you know what? 220K, that's a very grounded in reality number, if you ask me. A few other numbers right around similar level. Peter Brandt, Matt Hugin, 200K level, sensible area, right? Start going down here to some other ones. Scaramucci, 170. Mark Yusko, 160. Fun Strat 150. Now, these are very, very interesting and important levels, by the way. Again, we'll see that in just a second here when we dive into that data. Michael Saylor, the Giga Chad himself, $150,000 to $200,000 this cycle. Now that, for a man who literally owns $1 billion of Bitcoin personally and has billions in his company, I give that some attention. Right? So he's saying 150 to 200K. He's not in this I mean, Michael Saylor is a Bitcoin bull, an unrelenting Bitcoin bull, and he believes Bitcoin goes to $1 million and beyond long term. But he has a touch of reality here too. Yeah, we're going to get there long term. Maybe not this cycle, guys. Let's keep our minds a bit grounded in reality here, right? Dan Moorhead from Pantera, $148,000. Tom Lee from Fundstrat, 150. So you can see some pretty good brains in this area right here around the 150, 160 mark. I could buy that. I could 100% see us getting that far. Diminishing returns, right? We're not going to pump quite as high as a percentage wise this cycle, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I could see it all. We'll see how, of course, plays out, but those are interesting predictions right there. Of course, this is near the bottom of the range, but still, Luke Dash Jr., 1 BTC, 1 BTC. Okay, good. Steve Wozniak, 100K. Bitcoin, not many tiny predictions on here, are there? But $100,000 is the smallest one. So that's some perspective for you, isn't it? Very interesting predictions. I'm going to give you some data on why I think those predictions are interesting in a second. Real quick note, if you're not signed up to the newsletter yet, get signed up to the damn newsletter, guys. It's freaking awesome. You'll love it. 140,000 people a week reading the Wealth Mastery newsletter report. Stay up to date on meme coins, altcoins, technical analysis, charts, airdrops, and much, much more. We help you stay ahead of the curve. We know your life's busy. Things get crazy out there. We want to help you succeed. Check it out. Link in the description of the pinned comment over on X. Now, let's have a look here at the charts because some very interesting things line up around some of those price points that I'd like to point out here for you. In fact, I'll just take myself off the screen there. Look at this. So this is last cycle Fibonacci's, right? So drawing down here from the cycle peak to the cycle bottom, what do we get? The extensions out forward. We get the 1.618 line coming in here around 30K, which of course was a major area of price support. The 2.618 line, again, major area of price support here. And the market basically topping out here, especially on that first major rally, right around the 3.618 line at $64,000. Now, it did go on later in the cycle to almost hit the top of the Fibonacci extension at $69,000. But honestly, if you'd sold here at $64,000, not saying necessarily Bitcoin, but if you'd sold all your altcoins and stuff right there and walked away, you could have been a pretty damn happy camper. So what's that saying for this cycle? Let's have a look here because we start getting some pretty interesting numbers here. Again, drawing that from the cycle peak to the cycle trough. 1.618 line, 100K. That is the bare minimum we should expect from Bitcoin this cycle right here, okay? 2.618. Now, this is at a very, very interesting place, $155,000. So that lines up with all of these other predictions from Tom Lee, from Mark Yusko, from Michael Saylor, right? Dan Moorhead of Pantera. Their prediction comes in right here around the 2.618 line, which is a pretty logical area to be watching out for, considering, right? And the 3.618 line, that's right up here, a little over $200,000. That, again, we see a major confluence on predictions between basically 150 and 200K is sort of where most of the major predictions are coming in. You do have some of those outliers that are much more, let's say, moon boy bull posting kind of mentality, right? Like, we're going $1 million next year. Like, no, we're not. I would love it, but no, we're not. That factors in, I don't know, complete collapse of the US dollar and Bitcoin just going up because it goes up in price. I don't even know where you get these crazy ideas from. And again, I'm on the $1 million Bitcoin train, just not next year. And look, here's some real talk for you to finish up this video. Nobody knows, okay? Nobody knows. Look at all these smart people out there with all their smart people predictions. Predictions are like butts, okay? Everybody has one. Most of them stink, and some of them look pretty damn good. Like, oh, yeah, I'd get that. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Anyway, Bitcoin, $2 million, 100%, 99.99% chance, sometime in the 2030s. That's what boat I'm in. Next year, 150 to 200K. Sounds pretty good to me. What do you think? Who do you agree with here? Where do you think Bitcoin is going to go in 2025? Where is our market cycle peak price? Or is all this video just like, Lark, what the heck are you talking about, man? 74 was the peak and it's going to 0. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Peace.